Hey, I'm Roger, a regular guy with a hotline to spirit. And today I'm going to talk about and go over with you guide, what a guide is, and guides, plural, and how we have both. Stick around.
Gande ho, gai he hayon daya ho, gai daya ho. Ha.
We're going to talk about two different categories here, but they're really one. And that is a guide and guides. So a friend of mine was saying, hey, you need to really explain that more because people listening might not know what you're talking about. I'm like, good idea. So I'm going to really do my best to explain something that it's tricky to put into language or words, but we're going to give it a shot together. So we each have a guide, a primary guide, because today's about guide and guides. So we each have a primary guide. For example, I have my primary guide is Solomon, all right? As in King Solomon. Okay. And we each have also a group of guides, and they can change. Not so much though. So the difference is my primary guides is with me always, and that's true with guides. But my primary guide is really the overseer in my evolution, my development, and is the one that really has the ongoing dialogue, conversation with me, whether I'm aware of it or not. I'm aware of it, usually. Sometimes I'll think, for example, with your guide or my guide, primary guides, we might think, oh, that's a cool thought, but really it's your guide dropping in something that is useful and helpful. And that leads me to guides, our group of guides. So I shared with you, I have Solomon as my primary guide. And then I have a variety of guides that come in. And the reason why they will come in is because they each bring a specific skill and knowledge towards an area that I might be delving into or useful at that time in that moment. For example, I was doing a healing session on a dear friend of mine, and all of a sudden this voice came in and told me, don't push the energy, just allow it to happen and more will come. And he had a Chinese accent, or I knew he was Chinese, and his name is Chen, and I just knew that. And as I'm listening to him and I'm doing this and I'm following his guidance, his lead, I could feel the difference that suggestion made. It was tremendous. And I was also marveling at the fact that, how do I know? It's interesting when you know who it is and you don't know why you know who it is, but you do. And I knew he was Chinese, and I could feel his love. And as I even speak of him, I can feel him. And he's a very sweet, loving soul, a great healer. And I'm so grateful to have that connection with him. I also have a couple of other guides, a bunch of guides I'm aware of. One's name is Casey, one's name is Marcus, one is Jenny, and my father's father, funny enough, my grandfather on my father's side, is also one of my guides. So it can also be, one of your guides can be a relative that has passed, transitioned. And they come in and they have a special connection with you. And sometimes if you think, I wonder if so-and-so is my guide, and they might not be, but the one that ever so often pops up into your head is probably one of your guides. And again, they come in to bring their specific skill set and knowledge for you to use, or to help us, to guide us with that, to learn from them. It's like having like a tutor and helping us advance in something they're very advanced in, and it's a wonderful thing. So we have primary guide, and we have our group of guides, and not all our guides are necessarily human. They can be star beings or various forms of, they could be animals, animal guides. I'm giving a workshop in a little bit on animal guides and totems, because there's so much love and wisdom that comes in from the animal kingdom. I have, for example, I have a lion who's a guide that comes in, and he'll just come in and he'll lean on me, like, you know how little cats lean and press into you? He's not little, and it's a male lion, and he comes in and he's big, and I'm like, he just pushes me over, but he leans into me, and he might even like fall on me, and he's, as I say, he's big. So the takeaway or the point here is, as I said on the other video about guides and gizmos, to connect to your guide, you just inhabit, move into love or light, your light. And how do you know what that is? It's love. And then you just listen there. And again, you'll get a compliment or three, and see how that goes, and just develop that relationship with a being that is non-physical, that is very familiar with you and to you. So just be open to that. I know this, or just be comfortable with it and know that you are safe. Rule of thumb, if it doesn't feel good, away with it. You have absolute power. So nothing to fear, and it's all love. Okay? So we all have a guide, primary, and we all have a bunch of guides in various forms that show up and love us and guide us every moment. So we're never alone. And whatever you want to tackle, ask your guides for guidance. That's why they're there. That's why they're with us. And you probably, most definitely will end up doing whatever that thing is exceedingly well. You have absolute power. Okay? So, thank you so much. I hope you got a lot out of this. If you liked it, like it, subscribe, ring the bell so you know the next time I release a video. And I leave you with this. When we inhabit love, the world changes. So go out and love somebody, anybody. And when you do, it makes a difference. It always does. Much love.